A new 50mm f1.4 aspherical lens for Leica M mount, but it's not a Summilux. Let's talk about that. So yeah, the Chinese lens manufacturer that's a pain in Leica's ass has just released a new 50mm f1.4 aspherical lens for the Leica M mount, and it's priced at $369 US compared to Leica's equivalent, which is $4,400 US. Bonkers. Now, I'm not saying that this lens is comparable to a Leica lens in terms of build quality, the quality of the glass, but actually the images that have been taken with it that I've seen so far look fairly good. The one company that I do think is going to suffer from these lenses is Casino Voigtlander. People would buy those in the past because they didn't have the funds to afford a Leica lens, or because they made something quirky that Leica didn't make. But now I'm starting to think that maybe people are going to start buying these Chinese lenses rather than the Japanese made Casino Voigtlanders, because the price difference is huge. It's absolutely huge. So from the details that I've seen online, the lens weighs between 390 and 400 grams, which is actually more than Leica's 50mm spherical 1.4, and that's a hefty lens in itself. So this is a substantial piece of glass and metal. So the aperture range goes from a large f1.4 down to f16. That's the same as the Leica Summilux. It has a 49mm filter thread. It also has 12 aperture blades, which is 3 more than the Leica lens. So I do think that this is going to push Leica to update the Leica Summilux, the 50mm 1.4. I think that's something that people have been expecting Leica to do for a while. It's one of their most popular lenses, but it is a bit long in the tooth now. So anyway, let's take a look at some pictures that Leica Rumors put on their Flickr page. Yes, Flickr's still a thing apparently. So yeah, they got a model to do some weird posing. What is that all about? It's not Pulp Fiction, is it? Weird model poses aside, I'm actually quite impressed with the image. I mean, it looks nice, it looks sharp. You can see that she's got too much makeup on. It looks a bit dreamy. The one thing that's really hard to tell from pictures like this, or even videos of reviews that will go up with the lens, is just how accurate the focus is. That's one of the problems that the Chinese lenses have had for a while, especially TTartisan. You can't always tell how accurate and the quality control around the focal plane, but it looks nice for a lens that's $369. That looks good. This image is weird. They either dressed her up as a bear, or they were trying to, or she ate the bear and then decided to wear it after, because look at that. But again, to be able to see the hair, it's quite impressive. But yeah, don't eat bears. They're not edible, or they are edible, but let's not eat bears. One thing that I can see in these images that sticks out a little bit is this vignetting. I don't know whether that's done in post-processing or if it's just the way the lens acts, but we shall see. So then they have a couple of color pictures. This one you can't really tell anything. There is still some vignetting here. You can see that the bokeh is a bit swirly. The next image shows it a bit better. The bokeh is just way too busy for my liking. It looks messy. It actually reminds me of the Canon screw mount, the f1.2 version, a little bit. Again, swirly bokeh, but way too busy. I don't like using 50mm lenses. I'm more of a 35mm or 28mm guy. And then the last image, again, very, very busy bokeh. But the nice thing to see is that the chromatic abrasion is not bad. There's a little bit of green fringing in some places, a little bit of purple, but not much at all, considering that this lens is $369 rather than $4,400. So what do you think about those examples? What do you think about TTartisan in general and what they've been doing in the market, bringing cheap lenses to Leica users? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you like this video. I am keeping my fingers crossed that it stops raining in Singapore so I can actually take my camera out and take some pictures again. This was supposed to be a YouTube channel about me taking pictures, not necessarily talking about camera equipment, but we are where we are. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, but if not, look after yourself and take care. Until next time, goodbye.